Can anyone recall a moment when the discomfort of hip and lower back pain interfered with daily activities? It's a common occurrence for many people. But did you know that yoga can be a powerful tool to alleviate that discomfort? In the realm of yoga, there's a variety of poses that can enhance the flexibility and mobility of your hips and lower back. These range from gentle poses to more challenging ones. Consider the child's pose, also known as balasana. Begin by kneeling on the floor, joining your toes together while keeping your knees hip-width apart. Sit back on your heels and relax your forehead on the ground. This pose can provide an excellent stretch for your hips and lower back. Then, there's the cat-cow pose or Marjaryasana Bitilasana. Start on your hands and knees, aligning your wrists under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. As you inhale, arch your back and press your chest forward. This is the cow pose. As you exhale, round your spine and tuck your chin to your chest, transitioning into the cat pose. This fluid movement can effectively mobilize the spine. Moving on to the downward facing dog or Adho Mukha Svanasana. This pose begins on your hands and knees, then pushes your hips back and up, aiming to straighten your legs as much as possible. This pose stretches the entire backside of your body. Pigeon pose or Eka Pada Kapotasana is another great pose. Start on your hands and knees, then bring one knee forward to rest it between your hands. Extend your other leg straight back. This pose can deeply open the hips. Last in our gentle poses series is the butterfly pose or Baddha Konasana. Simply sit on the floor with the soles of your feet together and your knees bent out to the sides. This pose can wonderfully stretch your inner thighs and hips. Now for those seeking more challenge, consider the Warrior 2 pose or Virabhadrasana 2. Stand with your legs wide apart, turn one foot forward and the other back, then bend your front knee as if lunging forward. This pose can strengthen your lower body. Next is the triangle pose or Trikonasana. Stand with your legs wide apart, turn one foot forward and the other back. Reach your arms out to the sides with your hips squared towards the front of the mat. Bend your front knee and reach down towards the ground. This pose can stretch and strengthen your legs, hips and spine. The half spinal twist or Ardha Matsyendrasana starts by sitting on the floor with your legs extended in front of you. Bend one knee and bring the foot to the outside of the opposite thigh. Twist your torso towards the bent knee and look over your shoulder. This pose can provide a great spinal twist. The bridge pose or Setu Bandhasana begins by lying on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. Lift your hips off the ground and press your feet into the mat. This pose can stretch your chest, neck and spine. Lastly, the supported forward fold or Prasarita Padottanasana with a block. Stand with your feet hip-width apart and bend forward at the hips. Place your hands on a block or stack of books in front of you and rest your forehead on the block. This pose can provide a deep stretch in your hamstrings and lower back. Remember, always listen to your body and stop if you feel any pain. Incorporate props such as blocks and straps to make the poses more accessible. Focus on your breath, move slowly and deliberately. Hold each pose for a few breaths before moving on to the next one. And always warm up before you begin your yoga practice and cool down afterwards. In sum, yoga can be a potent ally in managing hip and lower back pain. These poses can provide a range of benefits, from increased flexibility and strength to improved posture and reduced discomfort. So, whether you're a seasoned yogi or a curious beginner, consider incorporating these poses into your routine. And remember, the journey of yoga is one of patience and consistency. Happy practicing!